What's going on, everybody? This is your host, Rob. Welcome to another episode of From My Experience podcast. Rolling solo today. Got to keep the content rolling. Still working out some schedule stuff. Tired of being a stereotypical person and not having it together, but that's actually what this podcast is about. Funny enough. Those of you who know me, I run quite a few different businesses and I'm into a bunch of different ventures, all focused on either generating income or helping others or just things that I'm passionate about in general. So to my fellow entrepreneurs out there, you all know what it's like to have to, one, find something you're passionate about, meaning going out there and gaining new and different experiences to figure out what that is, and then two, going out and try to navigate the world to figure out where you should begin. To you, I say, stay encouraged, be encouraged, and rely on your circle of friends and pull your resources. Like one of my biggest hang-ups or hold-ups has been in the past is I've been wanting to do everything myself. Like I'm Superman, like I don't need any help type deal. And it's not true. The most valuable asset that you have is the opinion of someone who has your best interests at heart, because typically they can look at things from a whole nother perspective, and they're not there to cause you harm. They're there to help. Also, it's funny enough, been reading Charlemagne's book, Black Privilege. Opportunity comes to those who create it. And one of the things that he says that really sticks out is people don't recognize an opportunity unless it's a paycheck attached to it. Sometimes you have to give your time in order to learn or to get to that next level. Like when I started in real estate, which I do full time now, I was still teaching, but when I got licensed, everyone looks forward to spring break in the education world because you don't get that many breaks in the spring. You get them more so in the fall. I took my entire spring break, the whole week, and I hung out with my my broker in charge. Like, I hung out with him the whole week. I was in there at 9 and didn't leave until he left. Didn't get paid for it, didn't get any sales. I gave up an entire week of vacation time to relax, instead of relaxing and resetting, to learn, to see, okay, what is this company really about? What is he really about? Do I really want to do this? And in that week, I learned a lot, a whole lot. And some of those lessons I still hold true to my heart today. So sometimes you have to put yourself in a position where you might not want to necessarily do something, but you need to do it in order to get to that next step. Also, make sure that you're effectively planning. One of the, I don't want to say, well, not really a problem, but one of my shortcomings, I would say, is effective planning. Like, sometimes I kind of just let things come to me and I just handle it as it comes rather than setting aside time or putting together a schedule. Things my mentor's been telling me, everyone actually in the office. And I realize, it's funny, the stuff that we don't do, we don't want to do it, we resist it, we procrastinate, but when we finally do it, we get pissed because we was like, dang, why didn't I do this all along? My life would have been easier all along. And that's kind of one of those things. So he and I actually had a really good conversation about what I'm passionate about, my business and stuff like that. Because I DJ. Shout out to Complete Vision Entertainment. CompleteVisionENT@gmail.com for your DJ needs in the low country area. Gotta shout them out. But I haven't really sat to plan for it. Like, I just kind of hit people up every once in a while, or I'll get a random text message or email or something like that. Hey, we got a wedding, or do you want to do this? It's kind of like it just happens rather than me actually having a plan, going out and looking for business. I'm kind of just waiting for the business to come to me. And you will get some business like that, but that's not really a way to run a business, because I can't really train someone or mentor someone if I don't have a system, if I don't have a schedule, if I don't have a methodology for them to look at that they can make their own or follow. So there's a method to my madness. I just need to control it. So whatever industry you're in, whatever business you're running, you should do the same. Like take some time out on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. And what I'm actually going to start doing is, well, I already do it, but I go to the office on weekends as well. But I need to spend more time organizing my business, keeping it organized, keeping a schedule, and not doing things haphazardly or off of a whim. And I encourage y'all to do the same thing. You know, really sit down and look at every aspect of what you're doing. Look at what's effective, look at what's ineffective. Look at what makes you the most money, look at what costs you the most money. And try to find a balance so you can avoid losing money. We all don't want to lose money. So things like that, excuse me. If you don't take the time out to at least sit down and analyze your own business, you're just gonna have to be content with where you are, because you can't ever truly grow if you repeatedly do the same thing. Businesses grow and evolve. I mean, look at apps, for example. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. Facebook started out with just wall posts. Then you have Messenger. Then you have alerts. Then you had groups. Then you're uploading photos. Now you're uploading videos. Now there's Facebook Live. It continues to evolve and change because they paid attention and they said, okay, what can we do to better our business? What are people doing? And I mean, for lack of a better word, they looked at other apps that were popular and just started taking aspect for those apps. So I mean, Facebook, you can do anything you can do on pretty much Instagram, Twitter, or whatever, you can do on Facebook. So that's just an example. Think of ways to expand and evolve your business. And again, find a mentor, find someone who's in that industry, because typically, there's billions of people on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of billions. I mean, if you're in America, there's my point is there's more than enough business to go around. Like if you run into someone who doesn't truly want to help, then I call that selfish. Because my thing is this: number one, I'm gonna be on top of my game so that I don't have to worry about you being competition. Like as a DJ, for example, you can only DJ one gig at a time. It don't matter how many people you reach or how many people request you. You can only DJ one gig at a time. You can't be in two places at once. And there's more than enough business to go around. So if there's a young up and coming DJ, I'm not gonna turn him away or hold back or hide things from him. No, I'm gonna show this mug everything I know, how I could grow my business, because you never know who's gonna get that big opportunity. He might, come back later with an opportunity he ran into, and he's gonna remember me for helping him and genuinely being there, or her, and genuinely being there for him and educating them on the game, and that can in turn turn into a new opportunity for me, because everyone has a different sphere of influence as well. You got to remember that you don't know everyone that someone knows. They might know someone that could get you to where you've been trying to get for years. So I really think that's whack sometimes though, when people we get this crab mentality of I'm not going to help on anybody, or nobody help me, you figure it out on your own. And my thing is this, let's say that's true. Wouldn't you have rather had help? Do you remember the struggles and the hard times you went through when you didn't have help? So why would you put someone else through that situation if you know you didn't like it? Just a thought. But that's what we do. So that's one of the reasons why I really respect my mentor. Like, he holds nothing back. He shows me every side of the business. And I'm glad he did, because it really opened my eyes to what I want to do within this world of real estate and what I don't want to do. But yeah, find you a mentor. I think that's the biggest thing. Your mentor will keep you motivated. Your mentor 9 times out of 10 will have gone through everything that you're about to go through. So when you're frustrated, upset, you need guidance, you need help, you need someone to talk to, that person will always be there and that person will understand. But beyond that, that person will give you the world. That person will literally give you the world, because everyone, I think, to their core, or I would hope that everyone to their core, wants to give back to the world. And that means, hey, let me pass my legacy down on to you, or pass this knowledge on to you so that you can go out and help more people. More power to that person. I feel like that's what most people want to do, that are true and genuine. So that's what you get, when you look for a mentor, you confide into a mentor. Next, be serious about your business. If it's just a high and by and passing thing or a hobby, okay, cool, I can respect that. I kind of started my DJing stuff like that, but now I want to ramp it up. So what I have to do, like I said in the beginning, is plan. Take every aspect of DJing, where I fit in, my sphere of influence, because I got a lot of connects. I mean, being a former teacher, geez, man. I mean, I'm plugged in the school district like crazy. Like, so I could walk into the district office, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff I can do that I'm planning on doing. And I'm actually about to network with some other DJs and try to form like a little coalition or something like that, so that we can pass business along to each other. You know, watch each other's back, because DJs hit me up sometimes to try to do gigs that they can't do, and there's no system, there's no organization. I'm like, maybe I could be that moving piece to put it in place to where we can either post it somewhere, or we can, you know, have a more effective way of passing business to each other. And then, you know, you get a kickback on the end. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you refer a gig to me, bong, here you go, get you 25% or 10% or whatever you're comfortable with. So looking at things from different perspectives, and also speaking to other people who have different perspectives. That's some of the stuff I was mentioning earlier. And that's why you should do that, because people bring about different ideas that you would never, ever think of. Also, what I want to say is plan for the worst. The money doesn't always roll in. I know certain businesses have quote unquote seasons. Like if you're in the tax business, you know, you're real hot in the spring, but throughout the rest of the year, I really don't know what the tax office does. I don't see the people on the side of the road spinning the sign saying, come get your taxes done. With real estate, it tends to slow down in the fall when you get to that Octoberish. If you're talking the family aspect, because a lot of people don't want to pull their children out of school and things of that nature. And then you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, so people are spending money traveling or spending money on gifts. So we spend the most money, I believe, in, you know, the summer months, and then like in November, December, when we're traveling and doing all that stuff. So this business kind of slows down then. That doesn't mean you can't do any business. If you work it, you can close some deals, because I did last year. But I have to plan for that. Like right now, my focus is, all right, here's where I can make the most money. So during this period where I can make the most money, I need to make it and save it, so that when stuff slows down, I'm good. So spend efficiently and effectively, and save for tomorrow at the same time. So if it's not a purchase for your business or something to help your business grow, then you might want to hold off. You know, there's trade-offs. Like I actually just, funny enough, and I found a solution. I had 2 phones, and I prayed about something. I said, you know, I told God one day, I said, just remove all the distractions from my life, all the ignorance or ignorant people, just anybody holding me back. And ever since I made that prayer, I had 2 phones. I had a business phone and a personal phone. My personal phone basically almost stopped ringing about a week and a half after that. I mean, if it wasn't like my mom or my brother or maybe a couple of close friends, and I got over probably 1,000 phone numbers, it just really stopped ringing. And my business phone started ringing more than my personal phone. So, like an idiot, I waited about 4 or 5 months, and I really looked at it one day, and I'm like, yo, I got 2 phones for no reason. What else could I use? I needed something for my DJ business. I needed a camera. Been searching, thought about it, price and stuff. It was getting frustrating. I didn't want to spend the money. But my first decision was like, well, let me save some money. So I got rid of one of my cell phones. Lo and behold, I got Verizon, y'all. The new iPad came out, the 10.5 inch iPad Pro. I looked at it. I made some phone calls, you know, to see what it would be like to swap it out for the phone. Turns out, number one, it's a bit more cost effective. My bill should probably be around the same or maybe a little bit cheaper. I got a brand new device now, so I have a beautiful iPad 10.5 inch with the 512 gigabyte hard drive. Love it. In gold, of course. Which a lot of people know, it solved a couple issues. One, I now have a device I can carry with me that has data, so if I need to get on the internet or do anything, I can do that. That's either for DJing, for my gaming stuff, or for real estate. I have that. Number 2, it has a really good camera, so it solved my camera issue, because I can use this to shoot video, record, do interviews, whatever. So it was a business decision. So that's one of the examples I gave. You know, look at what you have in place and see what you can flip around to give yourself a more useful tool. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of creative things you have to do as a small business owner in order to grow your business and to, generate the type of income that you want to generate. So that's just my 2 cents. I just wanted to share that with y'all because I've been thinking about a lot of things lately, and I'm like, I know there's other people out here going through what I'm going through, and I'm like, I don't know if they have mentors or someone to talk to. So I just wanted to get on here and kind of talk it out with y'all to let you know, 1, you're not alone, and 2, there's a solution to every problem. You just got to take the time to explore your options. Excuse me. Excuse me. You got to take the time to explore your options and utilize your resources. Excuse me. And here's another thing. Don't be scared to venture out to unknown territory. Yes, I have a mentor, but there's other people that I reach out to. I mean, they could be on the West Coast, whatever. Reach out to people in your field and in your profession to learn about their experiences. Because again, those are the people, those are your colleagues. Don't always look at everybody as quote unquote competition. If you do that, you're never going to get anything done because you're going to always have that hostility, or you're going to be sneaky and conniving. And people are going to recognize that. People are more willing to help you and to teach you stuff if they know that you don't have any ill will or bad intent towards them. You're not coming at them saying, watch out for me in a couple months. Nah. Come at them like, look, this is what I'm trying to do. Here's where I want to be. I just want to pull on your experience. Can you help me? Either they're going to help you or they're not. Plain and simple. I would hope that they would. Anyway, I didn't want to chew your ears off. I know that this was probably a rather short show, but I want to drop these little nuggets of information on y'all from time to time. I got to hold the show down. You know what I'm saying? This podcast is another thing that I do. I effectively plan for it. I need to do better because I know I'm supposed to be giving y'all a show every week. So this one's late, but y'all gonna get this anyway. Anyway, thank you all again for supporting me, supporting the show on the Facebook group From My Experience Podcast on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, we are also on SoundCloud, From My Experience Podcast. Those of you listen on SoundCloud, we're also on YouTube, From My Experience Podcast. Those of you who are newer to us, if you look up She Said, He Said on YouTube, you'll see our older episodes, because I think I started on SoundCloud at like the late 20s or something like that. So if you want to catch the older episodes from when we first began, before we changed the name, you can do that as well. If you want to be a guest, or if you have a topic you would like for us to discuss or to talk about, From My Experience Podcast at gmail.com, From My Experience Podcast at gmail.com, or you can message us in the group and we'll respond to you. Again, thank you for the support. Thank you for listening. Y'all stay encouraged. Be encouraged. Use your circle of friends. Use them in a good way. Yeah. Peace.